Okay, so this month, March 8th, of course, was International Women's Day, but then the whole month has been set aside to shine the spotlight on women all over the world who are doing extraordinary things with their everyday lives. Now, today, we have a very special one. I am already, just looking at pictures alone, I was already inspired. Talking to her, I know it's going to take it to another level. Cordelia Nwawe is a Deputy Superintendent of Police who joined the force in 2012. Now, she changed the status quo by becoming the first female police PRO, Akwa Ibom, Sokoto, and FCID, Alagbon, Ikoyi, Lagos. Now she's here to tell us more about her experience serving the country. It is great to have you, and welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
You know, while we're going through your pictures, the first thing that struck me was that you are a lawyer, right? And then I asked the question, and I was like, well, we're talking behind, but then let's continue. Did you practice before you got into the force, or was it while you were in the force you got a degree?
I practiced before I joined the force. A Federal Zakana Associates, later Ferry. He used to be the entertainment lawyer of Nigeria, and then he died. He's late now. He was my principal. I actually had done another practice when I started as a very young lawyer with Gadzama Kiari. He was actually where I had done my first practice, so of course, and then I left with Ferry. And then I had to go back abroad and do another studies that's MBA Human Resources, and then I joined the force 2012.
2012. So why join the force? What prompted that decision to join the force?
Service, passion, and of course to keep you safe, keep everyone safe. Yourself, myself, and then of course paint a bigger picture of orientation to be able to get to people positively.
Was this passion always there from a kid growing up, or is this something that you developed along the line?
Yes, I've always been someone who's I'm a very active person. I like to get to people, and as far as I'm concerned, the Nigerian police, I keep saying all the time, it's a bigger purview to get to people. It's just that so many people do not understand. They haven't actually settled down to see what the force is all about. And I say it with all sense of humility and a lot of pride all the time, a second chance. If there's anything like reincarnation back in the world, I'll be a cop.
Wonderful, wonderful. Now, she spoke about second chances and, of course, what the force is all about. We'll talk about that and much more just after this short break.
2012. The Nigerian police was doing a massive recruitment for would-be cadet officers from the rank of, cadet assistant superintendent of police, cadet inspectors to join the force. 2012, I enlisted as a cop. A long journey. I've always been the tomboy one back in my family. Roof climbing, top climbing, but I read law University of Benin, and then as far as I'm concerned, it wasn't to do with policing anymore. I read law, I became a lawyer, called to the bar, and then I had to travel, go back to the UK to do more studies. I love to read novels that are quite very, they have an intonation, detective novels to do with policing. I know that I love things like that. I know that I'm the one who would always...
Wonderful, quite inspiring there. Now, we're talking about what the police force is all about, considering that the image of the force in the country is you are doing almost a very unwelcome job trying to project the image of the force as it should be. What is the police all about? First of all, you mentioned that. What is the police all about, and how should we, as citizens, view the Nigerian police?
It's quite very clear what the police is all about. Safety, protection of lives and property, deterring crime, making sure that before things actually happen, you get to stop it, and then if it actually happens, you step in and then bridge the gap immediately. But at all point in time, you, the press, I think that if you give us wider coverage and tell the populace to see us, not be stereotypical about us, to be one of us, and make people understand. I'm talking to the press now to say to them, we're part of you, we're family, we're wives, we're husbands, and you can be part of us, to be able to make a massive corporate identity of the police and give it out back to the populace for them to understand that whether you like it or not, this is us. We're family. We've only come to get a job. What more would anyone expect from people who put their lives down on the line? You know that sometimes you can go to work and then you're not sure if you're going to come back.
That same day.
And so I think that this should give us kudos and say to the policeman who's back on the road, back at every point in time, and say to them, well done for a job well done. You just talked about our identity being a cascade back in this country. I know that the Inspector General of Police and his management team right now has taken an upright professionally to be able to streamline in a doc form, to be able to say to the Nigerian police, we need to fix ourselves and make sure that we're the pivot, we're the head in charge of internal security back in this country.
That's now, let me pick on that. You said you need to fix yourself. Now, the thing is that there are a few bad eggs that find a way to always give the police a bad name. And, you know, we don't get to see the good deeds. We don't get to see them so much. But those few, what is the police force doing within itself to try and curb these bad eggs on over that give the police force a bad name?
I just said so. The Inspector General of Police has said to everybody back in this country who's a police officer, blue and black, green and green, yellow and black. Of course, you see the other ones who are back on the street, like traffic wardens, to say to commissioners of police who are in charge of states, to say to deputy inspector generals of police, AIGs, including us who are just down there at the, it's a pyramid, to say to us, the training program is on. It's on. Every Monday, it's on massively. If you go against what we keep as a norm, as an organization, that's the police will come after you and make sure that you do what is, right professionally. You look at what has happened to SAS. There's a corporate identity. And of course, the Inspector General of Police has said, stay within your ambit. Stay within your purview. Armed robbery, homicide cases, make sure that kidnapping, stay there and don't do what you're not meant to be doing. And that's what we're doing. Community policing. It's quite massive. Orientation is taking place for people like myself who get to do the job that we do, to understand that Nigerian police is taxpayers' money. It's the money that you pay our bills. So we're walking the talk. Not just talking, we're fixing it.
Now, being in a male-dominated profession, for you personally, how's the experience been? How have you been able to...
Brilliant. Beautiful. I think that Nigerian Police is one organization that gives women an edge. That's the truth.
Wonderful.
That's the truth. I say it so proudly. We do the same things that the men do because there's no female in the police. We're all male. We do the same training. So you're given the same equal gender opportunity for you to get to the top. We have had Assistant Inspector Generals of Police back in this country. Retired Deputy Inspector General of Police, Chintua, she's retired. Women get the same. What we are looking for, with no apologies, but with respect, is Inspector General of Police. We'll get there.
Well, you have a shot because in a short while, in about 8 years, you've risen to being a DSP. That's quite a phenomenal rise.
Grace. It's called grace.
Okay.
And of course, the Nigerian Police, looking at us, especially cadet Cost 26, 2012, and staying within the ambits and making sure that our promotion comes when it should come.
When it should come.
Wonderful. It's normal within the law.
Okay, so let's talk about family. How does your family react to, being in the police force? Because like you said, you might go out in the morning and then you don't think you might not come back in the night. How does your family, how do they relate with you on this level of being
in the police force? We talked about this before I joined the force. But I can say to you that they're very proud of me, my family. I got massive family love. Who say to me, Cordelia, thumbs up, well done. What about doctors? They're not sure. The virus, there's an outbreak. What about doctors? It's not just police officers now. But I can tell you that the Nigerian police will keep me quite safe. As I speak with you right now, I'm safe. They're around me here. There's high visibility, high profiling of the Nigerian police back in this country to put us at the streamlight, at the spotlight for us, for people to understand that we're not people that you can push around. That's the truth. Wonderful. So, like I said to you when we started this program, given a second opportunity, I don't think respecting my family will stop me from keeping you safe and your family safe. Pull out the Nigerian police from the streets. In another 5 minutes, there'll be chaos.
That's quite true.
Please help us say to people everywhere in the world, security is not cheap.
It is not.
Help us get to do the job that we do so that we can keep everyone, including myself, my family, your family, safe back in this country.
Yeah. Now, you went out and you have an MBA and all of that, so you can juxtapose, you're in the right position to juxtapose between the Nigerian police force and the police force in other parts of the country. How much do you think we need to get up to a standard that is accepted worldwide? Are we there yet? Do we still have a long way to go? Do we have a short way to go? What do you think juxtaposing the Nigerian police force and the police force outside the country?
The Western police is not better than us. We just need encouragement. Nigerian police is work in progress. We are called responsibility takers. If you give us responsibility, you allow us to take responsibility. And of course, it's not just about you decide the kind of police that you want. Can Nigerians become right? And so that Nigerian police can also get to do visibility and be possible with them if you're a right person, everything cascades and become normal. You don't see a policeman who's back on the road and then you do something that is nasty because you think blood doesn't run through him. I say it all point in time. We go for peacekeeping outside this country. We come out tops. Every time the Nigerian police has done a peacekeeping out movement back in this country, we come out one of the best in the world. They're not better than us. They're not. We got strength, we got empathy, we got compassion, we're very professional. Nigerian police officers, very efficient. You only need to look closely and do the encouraging that has to be done. Encouraging is the word.
All right, so we as the press will continue trying to help you as much as possible. And hopefully all the structures, everything that is needed to make the Nigerian police force at par with the rest of the world. And like you said, from a very long time, we've always known that when we go outside there, we always do very well. Peacekeeping mission is all of that. But thank you very much for being a part of this show.
Thank you
so very much. And I hope you're encouraged. We'll continue pushing out that good message. Keep doing what you're doing. Thank you for keeping us safe.
Thank you.
All right. Okay. All right. That's it. The police is really your friend. I know that you might not have always had a very wonderful experience, but hey, come on. The police force is actually there to make lives safer.